Get ready for speed because Max Verstappen just made a massive splash at the Nürburgring 24 Hours debut. The four-time Formula One world champion didn't just drive fast. He brought an incredible depth of motorsport knowledge that left everyone stunned. His Mercedes-AMG teammates couldn't help but give him a brand new nickname. And we have to dive into why they dubbed him Maxipedia and what that really means for his future in the sport. Behind this potential powerhouse and what it could mean for the entire sport. And to wrap up this electrifying update, we take a trip back in time to a forgotten moment in racing history. We remember Riccardo Paletti and the terrible day he had at the 1982 Canadian Grand Prix. Don't miss this deep dive into the untold stories of motorsport, and make sure you stay tuned right here for more breaking news. Max Verstappen has earned a new nickname following a highly impressive debut in the Nürburgring 24 Hours endurance race. The four-time Formula One world champion made a significant impact not only through his raw speed, but also through his profound knowledge of motorsport, leading his Mercedes-AMG teammates to bestow upon him the moniker Maxipedia. Verstappen competed in the grueling event with his Verstappen racing team alongside Lucas Auer, Danny Juncadella, and Jules Gaunon. Despite it being his first time in the Nürburgring 24 Hours, he immediately demonstrated an ability to match seasoned GT drivers. Beyond his driving prowess, his deep understanding of the sport captivated his teammates. Jules Gaunon noted Verstappen's extensive knowledge, stating, "Max is a huge motorsport fan. When we speak about different categories or racing history, Danny and I joke that we call him Maxipedia because he knows everything about motorsport." Gaunon further praised Verstappen's approach to the challenging Nürburgring Nordschleife, calling his immediate pace against veteran drivers something special. Danny Juncadella echoed these sentiments, highlighting Verstappen's technical acumen and attitude. Juncadella remarked that the driver is incredibly talented. From the first day, he understood where the limit of the car was, and his technical feedback was very impressive. On top of that, he has no ego and always wants to improve. Although Verstappen Racing ultimately did not secure a victory due to late-race technical issues, his endurance racing debut left a substantial and positive impression across the entire paddock. Former Formula One driver Jackie Stewart is championing a novel, high-intensity approach to tackling dementia research, drawing parallels between the precision and teamwork of racing and the complexities of medical innovation. The concept originated in the mid-1990s when surgeons observed the flawless execution of pit stops during a Formula One race and sought to apply that model to emergency room procedures. This led to collaborations with Scuderia Ferrari, which successfully adapted the race team structure for pediatric surgery and neonatal resuscitation, saving lives globally. Today, this F1 mindset is being deployed against neurological disorders. Mark Stewart, chairperson of Race Against Dementia, RAD, a charity founded by Jackie Stewart's father after his wife's dementia diagnosis, advocates for applying Formula One's speed, precision, and collaboration to scientific research. RAD has raised over $30 million to fund numerous researchers and projects worldwide. The core of RAD's contribution is not just funding, but its methodology. Experts argue that the F1 approach fosters high levels of innovation alongside high levels of execution, accelerating research by saving months or years. Jonathan Neal, a mentor to many RAD researchers, emphasizes the value of the motorsport ethos. relentless pursuit of detail, understanding how diverse teams function together, and the intensity of scrutiny. Cognitive neuroscientist Brian A. Gordon believes this team-based mentality is crucial because it breaks down traditional barriers between disciplines like biology and engineering. He argues that the F1 model, where every expert plays a vital, specialized role, is a superior framework for complex medical research than relying on a single specialist. Furthermore, the F1 culture embraces a fail factor, viewing setbacks as necessary steps toward progress. Researchers like Cara Croft have adopted this mindset, recognizing that clinical trials often fail, but that this iterative process leads to eventual success. This parallels the evolution of the pit crew, which moved from slow, methodical tasks to hyper-precise, choreographed operations, exemplified by McLaren's record-breaking pit stops. While acknowledging the long road ahead, researchers express optimism. Neal and Croft believe that the collective drive and innovation fostered by this integrated approach are bringing them closer to solutions, asserting that defining the gap and showing tangible progress in dementia research is achievable. Analysts are increasingly focusing on the potential entry of BYD into Formula One, with some suggesting that the team's capabilities could be a serious contender. A recent analysis, highlighted by GP Blog, has brought attention to the suitability of Horner to lead such an endeavor. This suggests that key personnel appointments are critical as BYD navigates the highly competitive landscape of top-tier motorsport. The discussion centers on whether the organization possesses the necessary infrastructure and strategic vision to compete at the highest level of Formula One, positioning Horner as a potential linchpin in that strategy. A retrospective look at a seemingly forgotten and disastrous day at the 1982 Canadian Grand Prix, centered around the memory of Riccardo Paletti. This report delves into the events of that particular race, highlighting the challenging circumstances and the unfortunate outcomes that marked the day for those involved. The coverage examines the historical context of the event and the lasting impact of this particular episode on motorsport history.